Joe Biden has issued his harshest warning yet that Republicans are playing directly into the hands of Russian President Vladimir Putin by threatening to end military aid to Ukraine. Russian loyalists in Moscow celebrated when Republicans voted last week to block Ukrainian aid. The U.S. president said at a joint news conference with Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelenskiy in Washington on Tuesday. The host of a program run by the Kremlin said, "Good job, Republicans. This is good for us." This was warmest welcome of the day from Ukrainian president. He had previously struggled to persuade Republicans Capitol Hill to support a $61 billion military aid package. Objectors, on other hand, insisted that the White House make concessions border security as a condition of agreement. Zelensky addressed Senate members in a 90-minute closed session on Tuesday morning. But afterward, leading Republicans repeated that they wanted to see pressure on immigration between the United States and Mexico in return for supporting the package. But later, in a room full of reporters, Biden announced an additional $200 million military aid package and insisted that Ukraine had made significant progress. Amid concerns that the war had reached a stalemate, "I will not walk away from Ukraine. And neither will the American people," Biden said. 000223 Biden Putin is banking on U.S. not delivering to Ukraine. Video. He also harshly condemned the Republicans' negotiating tactics. We have to. To prove him wrong. Holding Ukraine funding hostage to push an extreme Republican partisan agenda at the border is not the way things are done. We need real solutions. Zelensky, who made his third visit to Washington since the war began in February 2022, said he was encouraged by his meetings with members of Congress. He told reporters, "I got the signals. They were extremely positive. But we know we need to separate words and specific consequences. So we will rely on certain results." Senate Republicans last week blocked an emergency aid package aimed primarily at Ukraine and Israel after conservatives complained that it excluded immigration policy changes they had requested as part of the package. Zelensky, who received a hero's welcome on Capitol Hill last winter, was less enthused this time. Republican Mike Rounds told CNN he was trying to reassure senators worried about whether U.S. military aid would be wasted on corruption and that Ukraine needed more air defense systems to support counterstrikes. Meanwhile, senior Democrats also expressed disappointment at the lack of progress. Democratic Senate leader Chuck Schumer said, "The person happiest with gridlock in Congress right now is Vladimir Putin." The Ukrainian president proceeded to a meeting with Democratic House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, followed by a meeting with Mike Johnson, the recently elected Republican Speaker of the House of Representatives, who was relatively skeptical about further financial support for